Hello everyone. So my name is Muskan Verma. Today I am gonna show you another task of my internship from Oasis Infobyte in Android app development. So my second task was to build a calculator app which is able to do simple tasks like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let me show my project. So here is my project and it is connected to my physical device. So let me quickly explain my main activity.xml file. So for the front end part, I have used constraint layout and linear layout. So first of all, I have uh, defined here a text view which is initially set to 0. Here all the expression will be shown, like when I will enter 3 plus 3, it will be shown here in this text view. After that, I have a view component which is basically a horizontal line. It is separating the text view area and our keys. Then we have keys which has number from 1 to 9, 0 and all the operators and a erase button. To arrange all these keys, I have used a nested linear layout. So we have 4 linear layout, one for each row, and between these linear layouts I have a space component whose height is set to 0 dp and weight is 1. So according to the available height of this area, the space between rows can grow. So it will result to the equal spacing between all the rows. So as you can see, we have 4 linear layouts. This is for first row, then space, then second row, then space, third row, then space, and fourth row, then space. Then inside each linear layout we have multiple buttons, like in the first row we have 1, 2, 3 and add button, and same and for the space we are using the same space component, but this time the width is set to 16 dp to give equal space between buttons. Then the background of button is a custom background which I had defined here, button underscore background dot xml, like this. So this is my background color of button, which is primary color. Then the radius is set to a higher value, so it can be a circle. Then I have defined padding. Then this primary color is defined in color.xml file. So the front end part of this application was very easy. There is no overhead to design this. So now let's see main activity.java file. So at first I have declared a text view, which is this text view. So initially it is set to 0, and also I have declared a variable count equals to 0. I will tell you later what is the use of this count variable. Then this line is for my status bar customization. I am changing the color of status bar content. You can see that the background of status bar is my primary color and the content is white. Then I am accessing all the elements from my layout using r.id. Then we have to define all the set on click listener for every key. Like I want that if I press 1, it should be written here. and if I press 6, it should be added after this 1. So to do this, we will use this update text function. So update text function is defined here. So update text function is taking a parameter which is a string parameter. So first of all, we have to check what is the current text in this text view. So we are storing it in a variable current text. Then if the current text is 0, then we will remove the 0 and directly set the number. That means if it is 0 and we are pressing 3, you can see that the 0 is erased and 3 is added. But if current text is not equal to 0, that means it already had some other number, then we will concatenate in this number. Like I had added 3, now if I press 5, then it will be 35 and not only 5. Okay, but if it is 0 and then I press 5, then 0 will be removed and 5 will be added. So this is what the update text function is doing. So I have done this for all the numbers. Then let's go to the operator. So if I press on this, then it will do the addition, right? So first of all, I am checking if the text is empty. That means if it is 0 or empty, then if I press plus, then it will show invalid input, because it has no operands and I am trying to add a operator, so it should show a warning, right? Then if it is not 0 or empty, then what it will do is it will increment the count, which was initially 0. It will increment the count and it becomes 1. So because I want that if I press 2 plus 2 and then I press another operator, I want that the previous expression is calculated without pressing this equal button. So that's why to record the number of operators, I am using this count variable. So whenever the count becomes 2, it will automatically call the handle calculate function without even pressing this equal button, and then again decrement the count. Okay. Then this update text will be called, which will add the new operator to the text. So the same thing is happening with all other operators. I think I can skip this. Then we will see the erase function, erase button. So when I press the erase button, it is calling the handle erase function. So the handle erase function is here. So the handle erase function is first accessing the current text view. That means what text is added here. Then it is checking if it is already empty or not. Okay. Then if it is not empty, so basically it is removing the last character. So it is working like that. And then we are setting this text again to our text view num. Then again we are checking if num dot then again we are checking if this num text is empty, then we are setting it to 0. That means if it is the only character and I press erase, then it should show a 0 instead of an empty string. It should show a 0. So this is my This was my erase button. Then we will go to equal. That means this one. So equal is simply calling this handle calculate function. So handle calculate function is here. So handle calculate function is also doing the same thing. First it is accessing what is inside this text view. Then it is checking if the text is only a zero or it is incomplete expression like this. Then it will show a alert saying invalid expression. Otherwise it will call a evaluate question function. So here is my evaluate question function. So it is taking an expression from this text view and separating the first value operator and the second value. So here is how I am separating it and assigning it to a double variable, double type of variable. So we can separate it like this. So this is first value, then operator, then second value. Now I am writing a switch case for operators. If operators is plus, then I have to return first value plus second value. If it is minus, then I have to return first value minus second value. But there is also another case where first value minus second value is equals to 0. So I have so instead of setting an empty string, I have to add a 0. Okay. Then the third case is for division. In division we also have a case if second value equals to 0. That means if we have 9 divided by 0, then it should show an alert saying arithmetic exception like this. Otherwise it should return first value divided by second value. And the last case is multiplication, which return first value into second value, and the default return is 0. So this was my evaluate question function. So so the result of this function will be stored in this cal variable. Then we will format the result and check if the result is equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, then we have to set this text to 0. Otherwise we will set the formatted result. So this was all. There was one more feature. So after the handle calculate function, I have this which is for long press on erase button. So I want that if I press the erase button for a long time, then it should erase all the text. So I am using the set on long click listener. So if I long press this button, then it will automatically set to 0. Then this function is for showing the alert, which is taking a status parameter. The title of all alert is set to warning, and this is setting the style of the title and color of the title. Then for the message, I am setting the status, which is taken by the parameter. So the message is status, and we have only a positive button OK. And if I press the OK button, then it will call handle erase function, which will delete the last character of the text view. Then this is for customization of text message color and appearance. Yeah, that's it. So that is my complete project. I have changed the icon of my project. So this is the icon of my project. You can change it by changing this property. Then for themes, I have added this custom themes from themes.xml. This is my custom theme